toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Dome, home to the Orange and Syracuse University. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Boston College Eagles. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Boston College's offense will have the football first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
And the Golden Eagles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Syracuse's offense has the ball for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not good. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, you've got to start fast. Not just in this game. You've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
BC back to work after picking up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
It's caught downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Harris. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Boston College. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The give is to Smith. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
the Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Under fire. He's going to run it. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Second down coming up. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, CUSE. The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Sweet cut there. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Boston College will send out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. From the gun, the running back has it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it down the right side. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
14, Syracuse, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Quickly to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points...
Turning it on! It's a fumble! The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in.
Leaves it with the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Orange will have to punt.
Now, 4th down.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. reeled in. It's Hilton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Golden Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Wants to throw again. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt will hit in the one, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Gets it out quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And they can't make the connection.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Syracuse lines up on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. That's a fumble.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free. And this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. The standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Finds the tight end.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here after the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Throwing right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. Quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Power football with the run. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Golden Eagles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, these in-breaking routes are so hard from these slot guys because you're so worried about them.
A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there and on third down, and I need that yardage. I can go to them, and they'll get the first down on the corner.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Breaks into the up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Orange.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Racing down the left side. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Eagles.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
24, Syracuse.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1.
He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Smith takes the handoff. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. So we open the final period with a third down play. To the air, it's McMillan. Got his man quickly. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Throws toward the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about the strong safety on that? It's a great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
And this is going to be incomplete on third. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field. It's McMillan. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like if we're...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive, even when you get in this part of the field with it.
Touchdown, Syracuse. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it. You just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
He'll toss it. Breaks the tackle. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option. They didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys. And we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground. Got
out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hilton. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
He's taking the deep shot. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. They'll run it from the gun. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Complete to the left. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. To throw, it's McMillan. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the fourth. Fires to the tight end. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allow the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. The give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to throw. It's McMillan. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, CUSE. And the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've you've got a quarterback, David, it's just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? You can't take a sack. You're going to have to buy time, and you're going to have to make some incredible throws.
Buy some time and show off that cannon, because he's going to have to throw this thing a long way down the field and get really, really lucky.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burgers are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's caught. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Boston College.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete into the end zone, and that's going to do it. That puts a wrap on this one. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared